Student, welcome to this presentation. In this presentation, we are going to learn about the calculation of mean under continuous series. See, in the previous class, we learned about what do you mean by mean, what are the types of mean, and how it is to be calculated under ungrouped data, that is individual series and discrete series. In this session, we are going to learn about how to calculate the mean under grouped series, that is continuous series. We all know that mean is that is a single value that represents the entire data. It is a single value. It is very important. It is a single value that represents the entire data that is considered as mean. So it is representing the group. So in the case of continuous series, the data is arranged in class interval. We all know that it is given in a class interval. Class intervals can measure even a fraction of variation in the variable. So take for example, even if you can consider 21.1, 21.2, 21.3 like that, even a fraction can be measured by the continuous series. That is why the problems comes under continuous series when there is a fractional values and it is in a huge number also. So in this case, we are given the class interval like a 10 to 20, 20 to 30, like 30 to 40, like this. Class intervals are given. They may be exclusive class intervals or inclusive class intervals, or they may be open class intervals. They may be that is what we call unequal class interval, whatever it may be. So mean is suitable in all the cases except open-end classes that we can study in the next classes. Here we can work out the problem under exclusive class and also under inclusive class intervals. So what is the procedure for calculating the mean under the continuous series that I am going to cover in the next slide. So calculation of mean, that is grouped data continuous series. So under this, we have given a class interval. This is very important. When there is a problem, in the problem is there is a class interval. This comes under the continuous series. Class interval and frequency. Under this method, there are three methods for the calculation. Again, direct method, shortcut method, step deviation method. So here, question raises which method we have to adopt. So it depends upon usually in your syllabus, as per your syllabus, direct method is given. So I am concentrating more on this method, but we have worked out under all this method. As per your syllabus, we have only this method, that is direct method. X bar is equal to sigma fm divided by n. So what in by m? M means midpoint. How to find out the midpoint? Midpoint, we all know that is a lower limit of a class interval plus upper limit of the class interval, that is class limit, that divided by 2, that will give a midpoint. This is I have already explained in your first chapter in the formation of frequency distribution, how we can calculate the midpoint. So it is nothing but a midway between the upper limit and the lower limit. So we have add together and divided by 2, we will get the that is A or M. So next, whatever the frequency we are given, that should be multiplied. That will give the sigma fm. X bar is equal to sigma fm divided by n. That means frequency into midpoint, what the product and that the sum of that product is kept here as a numerator and divided by the total number of frequency. N is equal to, n means number of total number of frequency. First, what is the first step? First, find the midpoint. Then next, summation of the product of frequency. Summation means adding. So first find the midpoint. This is a midpoint formula. Find the midpoint. Next, summation of the product of frequency and midpoint. Summation means total of the frequency and midpoint. So ಇವೆರಡನ್ನು multiply ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು add ಮಾಡಿರೋದನ್ನ sigma effect ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. So ಇದೆರಡು multiply ಮಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ whatever we are going to get, that become a numerator. So this is first one. What about the second shortcut method? According to this method, x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd divided by n. So a means assumed mean, d means deviation from assumed mean. So deviation from A for the midpoint. That means D is equal to M minus A. M minus midpoint minus assumed mean. We have to take assumed mean. And then from the assumed mean, the midpoint is subtracted. Then whatever the remaining, that is considered D. Then D into F, that become a sigma D, FD divided by N. So under step deviation method, it is this is again simplification of this method. Here we have that is A assumed mean plus sigma FD divided by N. Further simplification I. I means here that is M minus A divided by I. I means class interval. I or C, whatever it can be. It may be common factor when we take the C. I means that is nothing but a class interval. So these are the formula, but give importance to this formula because as per your syllabus, we have this formula only. Okay. So next come to how to compute, that is X bar under continuous series. Method of calculating arithmetic mean under continuous series can be has following four step. First shortcut, step deviation, and some method and summation method. So first direct method, this method includes the following step. First calculate the midpoint. That is midpoint is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2 and denoted by M or F. Each midpoint value is multiplied with respective frequency, that is equal to sigma Fm or sigma Fx, sometimes Fx. Total frequency obtained by sigma, that is by sigma F, that is called as N, that should be applied to get the divided by sigma Fx divided by A. We are going to get the arithmetic mean. This is a procedure. Let us start the problem. First problem. This is first one. Calculate the arithmetic mean of the following frequency distribution under, I am working out under the direct method only. Marks of the student, this is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, like that. We are given the class intervals. Number of students, that means how many are scored from 0 to 10, there are 2 students. From 10 to 27 students, that means between these numbers, it may be 11, it may be 12, it may be whatever it may be. Putting the tally, we find this number, frequency. So here 11, 15, 25, 22, this is the number is frequency, number of student, N. Then is equal to 100. What is the first? First one, marks column. This is variable column. This is number of student, frequency. And then first find the midpoint. How do you find the midpoint? That is nothing but 0 plus 10 divided by 5. How much is this one? That is equal to 5. Because midpoint is lower limit is 0. This is upper limit is 10. Add together, we are going to get the 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 5. What about the second class? 10 plus 20, that is equal to 30. 30 divided by 2, 15. Here the midpoint formula, this is the midpoint for a lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So lower limit of the class interval and upper limit. Lower limit is 20 plus 30, that is equal to 50. 50 divided by 2, 25. Next, 30 plus 40, 70 divided by 2, 35. So for the first, we have to find out this. These two are already there. So frequency is there. First, we have to find out that is midpoint. So this is also called as Fx or Fm, whatever it may be. We can call it as X now because X is redefined as like this. That's all. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಎರಡು ಬೌಂಡ್ರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ತಗೋಬೇಕೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವೆರಡರ ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಫ್ ಅಂತನಾದ್ರೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಸರಿ ಎಂ ಅಂತಾದ್ರೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾದ್ರೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಎಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್. 2 into 5, 10. 7 into 15, 105. Like that, 11 into 25, 275. 15 into 35, 525. So multiply these terms. What will be the total summation that should be considered here? 4,570 by taking the total. Next, apply the formula. X bar is equal to sigma fx divided by n. 4,000 570 divided by 100, that is equal to 45.70. So 45.70, this will be the answer. This is the answer. On an average, 45.70 is the marks, average marks of the student. Andre sarasari on an average 45.70 marks and 0.70 marks and tagdidarente. So this is first method. Or take down the another one. Calculate the given marks of the student, calculate the mean. Under direct method, shortcut method, step deviation method. Here we are going to work out under all the methods. So these are the class intervals: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So these are the class interval. The number of students are 50. Take the total. That's all. 10 plus 30, 20, 30, 40, 40 plus that is equal to 50. This is a problem. Under 3 methods we have to work out. Let us start how it is to be worked out. Step to be followed. In the continuous series, we are given the class interval, that variables, that is variable. It's shown to level limit and upper limit. So class interval should be converted to single value by finding the midpoint. Midpoint is equal to lower limit of the class plus upper limit of the class divided by 2. So then multiply the frequency and midpoint, that is FM. So then take the FM divided by n, that is mean. This is a procedure. Okay, this is under, what is that? Direct method. So here sigma FM, that means first find the midpoint, that is 0 to 10, 5, 10 to 20, 30 divided by 2, 15, 20 to 30, 25. So now multiply these two terms. 4 into 5, 20. 6 into 15, 90. 20 into 25, 500. Like that, 7 into 45, 315. 3 into 55, 165. Take the total, 1440. That divided by 50, this is the formula. Sigma fx or sigma fm, whatever it may be, no problem. If you take fx, then this should be fx. This become x. Or if you take the m, then this become fm. That's all. Fm divided by n, 1440 divided by 50, that is equal to 28.8. That is the average marks of the student. Your answer should not cross below 0, that is below 10, that is 0. It should not cross 60 also. So between these two terms, e range alle irutte answer, adanna cross madalla. So this is under direct method. This is simple method also. Next, the step deviation and shortcut method, how we are going to work out. So as usual, find the midpoint. Up to this stage and under all the methods, same. Next, take the D. D means m minus 25. I am assumed any one as an assumed mean. I have taken 25 as assumed mean, or anything. It can be taken any number. No need. You can take 100, you can take any number. It is better to take any one of the number from this point. Here, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಒಂದನ್ನು ನೀವು A ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಅವಾಗ suppose you are taking this, ಅವಾಗ ಈ column 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If you take this, ಇದು base 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. It is usually middle item ತಗೋತೀವಿ because negative and positive equal ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That's why. That's all. Okay. Next, M. Here 5 minus 25. How much? Minus 20. Here m minus 25, that is 15 minus 25, 10. Next, that is 25 minus z, that is 25, how much? 0. Next, m is 35. 35 minus 25, 10. Next, 45 minus 25, 20. 55 minus 30, 30. So this is reduced values. Next, multiply these two. 5 into minus 20, 80. 5 into 15 into 10, 15 into 10. Frequency, sorry, 15. That is 4 into 20 minus 80. 6 into minus 10, 60. 20 into 0, 0. 10 into 10, 100. 7 into 20, 140. 3 into 30, 90. So these two are minus, that is 140, minus 140. And then this is plus sign, 240 plus, that is 380. 380 minus 190, we are going to get plus 180. Greater numbers are plus sign. This is less number, so minus, that is plus 190. So therefore x bar is equal to a, how much we have taken assumed mean 25. 25 plus sigma fd is how much? 190 divided by 50, that is equal to 190 divided by 50, how much? 3.8. 25 plus 3.8, that is equal to 28.8. This is the mean marks under shortcut method. So this is, say, whatever the answer we are got here, same answer we are going to get here also. But only the thing, it is further simplification. But again, we have to work out one more stage. That is the problem. And then we have to change the formula also. Here A, then we have to find D. So this is compared to is direct method, little bit difficult. Okay, next come to shortcut method, step deviation method I have worked out. And next come to so shortcut method, I have not worked out the here step deviation method here. So in the, for the next problem, we will work out the step deviation method. So next come to another problem, example on inclusive class. This is inclusive class. What in by inclusive class, that I have already explained. That is 60 to 62, 63 to 65, 3 the difference. This is 60 upper limit of the previous class not became the lower limit of the next class. In the exclusive series, upper limit became the lower limit. 60 ರಿಂದ 62, 62 ರಿಂದ 63 ರಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Next continuity ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. That type of class intervals are called as inclusive class. It is started with fresh number. Here also started with fresh number 65, 66 to 68. Now 69 to 71, 72 to 74. This is inclusive class. It is inclusive class. No need to adjust the class interval. As usual, calculate the mean. But in case of mean, median and mode, we have to convert the class interval to. But in the mean, it is no need to convert anything. As usual, find the midpoint and continue with the process. So let us start the how we are going to calculate this. So 62 to 60, that is midpoint is 61. 62 plus 65 divided by 2, 64. 66, 68 divided by 2, 67. 69, 71. Total divided by 2, we are going to get 70. 72 plus 74, that divided by, that is equal to 145 divided, that is 146 divided by 2, that is equal to 73. This is midpoint. Next, calculate the frequency and midpoint. We are going to get FM. So take the total 6,895 divided by 100, 68.95 is the that is arithmetic mean of this series. This is under inclusive series. There is no need to change anything, just calculate the midpoint. This is direct method. I have worked out under the direct method. Next come to revision. Class interval should be converted to under this method. What we have learned? We have learned continuous series. What is a procedure? First, we have to convert the mid class intervals to find the midpoint. Midpoint is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Then multiply the frequency and midpoint, that is FM. So then FM is divided by N, that is mean. We are going to get the we are going to get the mean. Remember the formula under the direct method. What is the formula that you have to remember for this purpose? So I am going to conclude the class now. So in the next class, how when certain special problem like open-end class problems all are to be worked in the next class. I am going to stop the class. Thank you.